I was one of those students that was smart but lazy and didn't really care where I was going to go.
I used to sit in the back row and didn't really care.
All my feelings were that I was going to fail all my classes, that I wasn't going to go far.
I thought I was just going to get a normal job at Safeway or something.
I was just there, sitting there, and I didn't want to do it.
Just get a job at the supermarket and work there and get some money.
I just sat there and listened to a teacher, pretend that I'm listening to a teacher.
AVID helps, find your right path.
I'm really pumped to go to my class and stuff.
Our schooling and everything has just improved 100%.
We all want to do something with our lives. We want to go somewhere, we want to be someone.
Now that I've been AVID, I know I can go a lot further and achieve my dreams.
AVID is no longer classed as the dumb kids who want to achieve more. It's more the kids who want to succeed in life and want an education to get further.
And then AVID came and I was like, yeah, I'm going to finish at 12. I might go on to university depending on what I want to do. It just makes you feel like you can do whatever you want to do.
It makes you ready for everything that's thrown at you,
Yeah.
no matter what it is.
We have to do something about the aspirations of students at the middle years of education, the year 8, 9, 10. They're also a group that's probably forgotten a fair bit. They don't get much recognition. They're there, they get through C's, B's, that type of situation, but they're not really jumping out of their skin, if you like, about education.
The pure nature of AVID is that kids that go into the program aren't traditionally kids who are from very strong family networks with tertiary education that have had success and see success and whose families encourage success. It's for kids who are in that middle band who haven't had that opportunity. And I think for many of those kids, it's the first time kids see that they can actually achieve and that university is an option. And that not only university, but other job opportunities if you don't want to go to university necessarily, but other educational facilities can provide you with fantastic outcomes.
AVID provides a very structured framework for that. The curriculum materials are very good. We've had to sort of Australianise them a bit. The actual information and the techniques, the teaching practices are very sound. So the thrust to explicit teaching and similar increasing the rigour of the programs, literacy, the things that we're on about anyway are very much what AVID's on about. So it provides a nice set of curriculum materials and also good supportive professional development from our teachers.
The AVID training that we received really started to broaden our eyes to the concept of WICA, which is writing, inquiry, collaboration, organisation and reading. So those strategies have really increased the rigour within our classroom. So they've given us, I suppose, new tools for our kit.
Our binders, everyone has one. It's in AVID. It's the main aspect with our strategies, and what we use are Cornell notes. So it's a double-sided piece of paper and we use them in every class, even our electives and advanced classes.
One of the most important aspects has been the Cornell note-taking, where we have our essential question, we have our body of our content and what we're teaching the students and what they're learning.
One of the strategies in AVID that we use is called the 3-story house. So when we ask questions, we have to use this type of story in each house. Asking questions using the 3-story house gives you more depth of your answer and makes it easier to understand.
AVID prepares them not only academically, but it talks about the whole myriad of what we do as humans and things that we learn sometimes as adults by default or by luck of our circumstance. We teach them that in AVID. We teach them how to present themselves, how to shake hands, how to talk and engage with adults. We teach them how to organise themselves and how to read to learn something, how to write to learn something, how to work collaboratively with other people, which sometimes they've never really learned how to do either.
As you know, we're doing a Socratic seminar today. So I'm going to give you an article that's called Perception. What's the first thing we do when we critically read? Number the paragraphs. Number the paragraphs.
The Socratic seminar is where you get given an article and you number the paragraphs and you highlight the main points, and then you all get together and you ask the question, and then it starts a whole group discussion.
It gets you thinking about it, and then starts a big group discussion, and it goes on from there. It's huge.
Is there someone that has a question that would like to get the ball rolling? Abby, awesome.
Refer to the last sentence of paragraph 6. It's not about the teacher teaching the class. It's about the teacher providing the strategies and techniques, and the class teaches everyone, and everybody rises to the challenge, and then we all achieve.
All the data that's in front of us is that students learn best when they're collaborating with others and when they have a mix of all of those different teaching strategies, not just the chalk and talk, which is what I knew when I was at school, or the stand and deliver, but it's more of the idea that we're moving teachers away from being the sage on the stage and more the guide on the side.
Being an AVID teacher definitely impacts the method that I teach. I think I'm far more conscious of getting collaboration going on in the class, about getting students to do their own work. Being an AVID teacher makes me think about what it is I'm doing in the class and what it is I can do to support kids, because I really think at the end of the day, building their inquiry skills and their confidence in themselves is the two most important things.
Alright, everyone needs their stuff out. You need your binder and some Cornell notes ready to go. The point of having AVID tutors is so the kids can build a relationship with people that are actually at university, because these kids have never been exposed to people. A lot of them haven't been exposed to anyone that's been to university before, because they're often first university goers from their family. So by having tutors in the classroom on a weekly basis, they're getting to know them and realise they are normal people. They're just like them.
AVID never claims to invent a lot of these things. Like, it doesn't invent Cornell note-taking or Socratic seminars, but what they say is that AVID provides a plate that all meals can be served upon. And what they do is really provide all of these clear strategies in one package.
The essential part of this is to educate families and parents as well, because a lot of these parents haven't necessarily had positive experiences with schools, and to walk in a school is a really challenging environment. Some of these parents have not gone beyond year 7 or year 8 themselves. So if you can educate the parents and show them the value of providing the AVID process and the desire to want to learn and progress, then I think you're halfway there.
We always thought our children would go further than we may have. Neither my husband and I went to tertiary. We hoped that our children would continue to do that, and now they are both saying, I am going to go to uni, I am going to... Well, Blake's wanting to be a mechanical engineer, and him being in year 10 now, he's starting to go down those pathways. Molly's still a bit undecided, only being in year 8, but she's aiming high as well because of the encouragement through AVID.
Matt is a much more positive child. He really wants to get work done from previous last couple of years. He's putting 110% into everything.
AVID has almost flattened the hurdles for them, put them up on another plane, and certainly Matt has really gone on from there. Be prepared to put his hand up and be brave in his class, be first one up to have a say when giving a presentation, and it's the little things like that that have just shown that AVID has brought out the best in him.
The regional goals are about improving student outcomes and participation, and I think the AVID program deals with those really strongly. It's the literacy component, which is a region-wide and statewide push. We've got the WICA strategies, which is writing for purpose and reading for purpose, which support that greatly. That's not just in English, it's across all the learning areas, of course. The philosophy of it can be used in any school, and it's consistent with the way we're moving at the moment about explicit teaching of skills to address identified needs.
To make himself look tough.
AVID are very keen about the idea that it has a continuum about it, and one of the aspects of their professional development is the vertical site meeting, which is all the levels get together with the administrator and the teachers who are teaching it in the subject strands, and they meet and ensure that there is a verticality about it, that it does flow through, and it's a sort of seamless continuum. And our next stage is to take it up through into that senior school, but also to take it back into our feeder primary schools to be a continuum that goes right through the system.
When you do a Socratic seminar, what things would we like you to be doing?
We've heard the leaders of our country always say things like, we need to create aspiration in our students. We need to get them yearning for tertiary education and having goals and visions. We're ready for that. We're preparing those kids now. These are true pathways to rigour and true pathways to success.